Weakness. It's a big term, but weakness. Can anyone explain to me their biggest weakness? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, so this week I discovered a weakness, but I'm not going to talk about it here because this video is a little bit more private. Hey guys, I'm Blakemore. I teach, travel and sometimes triumph, and this is going to be a teach triumph type of video. So I have a weakness, and that is speaking in front of large crowds. Weird, right? It's weird because I make these YouTube videos regularly, and at the same time I'm a teacher, so I have to speak in front of people daily. But for me specifically, I found it difficult recently to speak in front of my colleagues. I led a meeting the other day and it didn't go perfectly because two things happened. Something went wrong with tech and I panicked. And the only way I can describe it is like a bit of a tiz where my head was buzzing and I was looking at people but just throwing out words super quickly. So I was speaking really quickly and I wasn't really thinking about what I was saying. So speaking in front of people is something that I've realised I need to work on. With YouTube videos, I speak to the camera and it's just me in this room. When I speak in front of children, it's something that I do daily and I find it way easier. It's strange because as a teacher, we expect the children that we have in our class to be able to share answers with friends. We expect them to be able to throw out answers on demand. We expect them to be able to read in front of everyone and at the same time, maybe even stand up and lead a presentation when I know as an adult, it's something that I struggle with. So it's very interesting the amount of pressure that we put on children to do the things that as adults, we struggle with. It's strange because as a teacher, my job is to stand up and speak to children, and maybe even a TA, and I'm confident at that, but I definitely remember being a student and having those jitters during those first lessons where I was really nervous and probably spoke too fast. But it's because time has continued and I've got more and more practice that I've almost become numb to the idea of feeling nervous in front of a class. So for me, that weakness of speaking in front of people is something that I'm going to try and iron out this year. And I'm going to try and iron that out by just doing it more. Now, it's not a daily thing, speaking in front of people and leading meetings and things like that. It's not something that I'll be doing daily. So it's just going to be about trying to make as many opportunities to speak in front of people, whether that's parents, whether that's colleagues, to try and just iron out some of my flaws. Now, I know that social media is fantastic in so many ways, but also so negative. When you go through my Instagram feed, you might think, wow, this guy's got it together. But truth is, I have weaknesses too. But many other people do have weaknesses too. And I know for new teachers and student teachers, there's probably a lot of pressure to rise and be like these people on Instagram, these Instagram teachers who put out a perfect profile, but don't necessarily show their weaknesses. So I always want this platform to be fully transparent. So yes, there's things that I'm good at, but at the same time, like I've just said about, I have weaknesses too. But it's about sharing them and trying to embrace our weaknesses that we can all collectively work together to improve ourselves. I know that by creating this video, there will be other teachers out there who will offer advice and things like that, and I always really appreciate it. If any of you ever have little things that you think you're a little bit worried about or struggle with within your teaching, always put that down in the comments, and if I can't get back to them, there are other teachers out there who can. So thank you to everyone who is always so supportive and supports other teachers, and whether it's the SATs videos, the other children, that's always fantastic. I'm going to end this video here. We need to be a little bit more considerate of our weaknesses and show those little vulnerabilities, because if we do that, then we can support each other and make our teaching and just general life more of a strength, rather than comparing ourselves to others on social media. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like it. If you've loved it, there's a subscribe button down in the corner. You can click it and hit the notifications bell and you'll be alerted when I post. If you want to see more teaching and traveling videos, you can click into my channel and see some there. I'll post a link above there for a range of teaching videos, like a teaching playlist. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. And for now, I'm out. We expect children to be able to stand up and say things. It's strange because as a teacher, we expect children to come out